And the Keeper goes around hitting the minions to make them work harder. Remember I said we're the bad guys, okay? It actually inspires them to do better labor, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, that's what it does. So they get pummeled to work harder. And he has spiders following him because he has this ring of spider summoning. So he just has this magical ring that just makes spiders. So there you go. And these guys, are you... Yeah, so all of my vampire warriors are busy making moonshine because they're max level for the dummies that I have. Okay, great. So now it's... I need to get more lumber, so I'm going to just tell my zombies to come out and just chop this down, and I'm going to prioritize this task all day long. Okay? And then I'm going to go to my army. And we're going to add in the zombie mage. And we're going to add in the vampire noble. Okay. Oh, it's saving the game. Right. Okay. And now we have a sweet army. And I'm going to take control of it. And we're going on a rampage, everybody. Let's go. It is time to go attack somebody. We need more corpses. Exactly, Necronth. It's a hilarious carryover because you did that in the original game. Alright, so the spiders, I think... Yeah, the skull on the spider and the skull on the cyclops means we've killed them. Isn't it, Enon? It's hilarious because, like, in the other game, if you play different keeper types... So Enon is mentioning that my population is only 1 at the bottom of the screen. The only population that's living is my keeper. Everything else is undead, so it doesn't count as population. But if you play as the more like just straight up demonic keeper who has imps and summons demons and stuff, or hires evil warriors and things, they have an actual population, and the gameplay is totally different. Like, you recruit goblins and evil creatures to fight for your army, and your population size gates how big your army can get until you get more experienced and build better facilities. But that's not the way it is for the Necromancer. But for the Necromancer, you can only build your army bigger if you have corpses, and it's not, at least right now, I'm not rolling in corpses. I'm very limited by the amount of corpses that I have. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the Hydra, and we're going to go into the Hydra zone. And let's see what we've got down here that may or may not be difficult. Okay. Look at this. The Skeleton Archer gives the Vampire Noble a haiku about the slaying of a kobold. Unbelievable. So, one of the things that your guys will do in this game to recreate is, like, they will write poetry at a poetry table, and it's just a hilarious little addition to the game. Okay, so let's see. Where have I been on this map? Let's check it out. What do I need to clear out would be the question. I've been inside here. Oh, this area I haven't been. Okay, so let's go check it out. I think there were some knights and some, like, knight archers that were really, really difficult. So let's see if we can take all that down. Ooh, look at all this. Look at all these laboratories. What's this? Alright. Let's go down here. Oh, this is the Hydra's lair, probably. It's all smoky, right? So we're going to have to see what happens if we try to do this. I've never messed around with this, but there's fog, and so the Hydra must be the last thing I need to fight. Let's go see how hard that is. It is silly, isn't it, Necronth? It's a funny little... no, don't go into deep water then. Let's just look around. What's that? A tree? Oh, there's the Hydra. Go get it. Okay. We got to go fight. The Hydra's bleeding, so my people are fighting it. It's hard to see, but here's the Hydra right here. And it's got 45 defense and 35 attack, which is strong. Like, this guy is really strong, okay? So, but we can take it. We're going to just kind of try to get over to it. I'm just going to wait. I have to move my keeper around. And then there we go. We've got it surrounded. Okay. My noble has made some flies to help out. This is the combat log up here. We're hitting it really hard. It's about to die. 6 lost heads. This is hilarious. It's like a dungeon crawl stone soup hydra. So it's down 6 heads, and it's flanked. Bam, got it. And that means that we have killed the hydra. And so that's all gone. So like we can... There's a hydra tongue, and looks like... I think... I can't tell if we lost somebody. There's a sword, and there's... One of our vampire warriors lost a leg. I mean, that much is obvious. There's this spider skeleton. That's not good enough for us, but we're going to go over here. It's still nighttime, so we have plenty of time to explore. All right. I think we've cleared this section. Kill that bat. All right. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're going to go out with our army. And we still have a lot of nighttime left, and I don't really think, like, many of our people got really hurt. We have some lost limbs and things, but a lot of them are fine. So I think it's probably worth us trying to go to another place to pick a fight. So now you can see we've killed the Hydra, we've killed the giant spider, and we've killed the Cyclops. Now where do we want to go? So this is an unknown ally. This is another ally, the gnomes. And then there's these lizard men who are a main villain. You manually do it, Necron. That's a great question. So at your base, you have a morgue table where you perform the necromancy. And what you do is you basically have corpses as a resource, and you pick what kind of undead unit you would like to make from the corpses. And the more powerful the unit type, the more corpses it takes. And then when you're making it, you get to mix in all these embalming potions to like boost their stats how you would like. So you can give them all kinds of cool bonuses and things. But it takes a lot of corpses, and so we're right now basically just farming for corpses. So I can go to the Elves, the Lizard Men, or Veselavod, which I think is another player. So like this is another thing that they added recently to the game, where when you build a new map, okay, other players' dungeons are loaded in randomly like into your game. You can pick them if you want, and you can like have other people's save files kind of appear on your map, and you can fight them. They aren't doing anything. It's just like the state of their game or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the Elves, and let's see what's on the map of the Elves. Let's see if we can take some down. I don't know how dangerous they are at all. Like, honestly, this is the furthest I've ever been in this game, I think, and killing 3 bosses. So I don't really have a whole lot of experience. So I don't know like what the proper order is to go in, how strong I need to be for this. But I can see an elf right here, and I can see that it only has 6 defense and 17 attack. So that's not very strong. So I'm going to come over here. Here's their archer, which is strong, okay, and is going to rain on us from far away, unfortunately. But I think we get in here, and we're just going to start, you know, slaughtering the elves. Sorry, elves. Okay, there's an elf arm. We're going to beat down this door, and, yep, this is where, it is, Enon. It's really cool. This is where, if you are faint of heart, just look away. This is massacre. These are children and, like, you know, innocents or whatever, like, you know, women, elderly. You butcher everything. You are the bad guy. So the elves, you know, not going so well. Maybe I actually don't have to kill the the elven children, but the minions that I was not controlling, they just did it on their own. So, you know, I guess they're not really dead, though. They get to join our ranks permanently, reanimated as vampire warriors. So that's a, you know, that's a good way to look at it. God, this is such a... you really need to take a shower sometimes after you play this game. It's very sinister. Here's a horse, which we're going to have to fight. Horses are actually kind of hard, from what I understand. They, like, kick, so they can do a bunch of damage, okay? But we're doing okay. We're going to beat down this door. We're coming in. Bam. Bam. Elves all gone. Get out of here, all right? And we're going to go fight this. Ooh, okay. This is hilarious. So I have heard, or not really heard, but read about, I'm not there yet, but at a certain point, you kind of hit, like, critical mass with the Necromancer, where you just have these, like, outrageously strong forces, but you need a lot of corpses to get there. And at first, you're awful. Like, it's terrible how bad you are, because all you have are, like, skeletons, which stink. But now I could see myself starting to get stronger, and these corpses, these elves, are only going to make us even stronger. However, I have no idea when our base will be attacked, and I haven't really prepared for that. So that could be a game ender for us. Oh, look at this. It's a special dog. It's Locket the dog. I'm sorry, Locket. It's somebody's pet. Now, this is a cool thing, too. Like, I'm the leader, and I'm kind of... They're following me, but my allies, my other soldiers in my army, have their own script, kind of. Like, so they're just going to go out and fight anything that they see on their own. Like, I'll lead them, but, you know, you could see this vampire brute just, like, broke down the door. And this vampire right here, this vampire warrior with, like, a battle axe is going to just chop down that elven archer. Absolutely. Yep. I love the animation, the death animation in this, where, like, the ghost, you know, kind of, like, escapes from the remains. It's really cool. There's a treasure chest right there, by the way, so we'll open that. But first, I want to make sure there's no bad guys. All right, here's bad guys coming at us from behind. Uh-oh. Somebody got hurt. Somebody got, like, really hurt, if not killed right there. It says the effect is permanent. Well, wait a minute. That actually might have been bad for them. Let's look. So, one of the things that's bad about skeletons is, like, they can lose stuff. And they can, like, if this guy loses one more leg, he won't be able to move at all. He only has one leg. My man is down to one leg. So, imagine this. I have a skeleton warrior that has got one arm and one leg and is just hopping around with a sword trying to kill stuff. I mean, you got to admire the grit and the tenacity of that particular skeleton. Then this guy is also missing a leg. This guy's fine. Look at this. Also, as we were just talking about, this is Damien, the vampire warrior, and if you look in his inventory, at the very bottom, he has a panic mushroom, which you could turn mushrooms into, like, items that give you buffs, or, you know, you can scare other people with them. But he also has a bad sonnet. Like, somebody gave him a bad poem. It's so good. Alright, this guy has an obscene limerick that he's just carrying around for good times. It's a one-legged... This is a one-legged, one-armed skeleton hopping around with the sword, and I don't know where he keeps it in his backpack, an obscene limerick. Even in the afterlife, this guy can't get enough limericks. It's awesome. Alright, so we're going to keep killing. Now, you see how these treasure chests are open? From what I understand, if they're open, then when you go back and you pillage, then anything inside the chest you will automatically gain access to from pillaging, so you don't need to carry it. So before I leave, I have to... Oh, my skeleton archer fell apart, so I lost a unit. Actually, yeah, so the skeleton archer just got so hurt that it's gone. So before I leave, I need to open this treasure chest so that we get the stuff when we pillage. Now, I'm just knocking down the door. Oh, there's the elven leader, the tribe leader. Let's go get it. And we did it, but we didn't wipe him out. There's the elf lord's head. Oh, actually, it looks like we lost a lot right there. Look. The elf lord was tough. So we lost a vampire brute, and we lost our vampire noble. Yeah, exactly, Necronth. And we lost one of our skeleton warriors. Oh, it was the limerick guy. Well, he died again. At least he had his limerick. So the leader of the elven group was tough. All right, let's go around. Let's just make sure we clean up this mess. And we got him. Alright. Elf child leg. What else is here? There's like some kind of purple glow around it. I just want to make sure we clear it so it'll say, like, hey, you've done it. Alright, we just open this chest by pushing enter. We don't even need to pick up the gold. We'll get it when we clear this out. And we just killed something. Oh, okay, look at this. Hey, Fading. Hello, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're playing some KeeperRL. Enon, I love where your head's at. Exactly, right? Somebody is going to get that. Now, check this out. The vampire warrior right now, who is awesome, who is my leader, has lost his head. So he had his head chopped off, so he's blind. So he can't see. So I need to make another person the leader. So I'm going to switch to this guy being the leader, and now I can actually see. So, you know, it's tough. It's tough in battle when you lose your head. Okay, good. The tribe of elves of Ray-Vaj is destroyed. Boom. So we just took them down. I'm going to open up this chest. Bam. And, ooh, look at this. Elven sword +9. Sweet. So they have some good items. We're about to, like, completely re-equip our squad when we go back. Let me just clear this out. Let me make sure there's nothing hiding, like this elf. Come back. We're coming for you. We see you. There is no escape. I just want you to know. All right. Bam, 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 bam. And that tribe is gone. Dogs out. Okay, good. All right, now I'm going to head back. I think I've done enough work here for the time being. And that is just a massive victory. And look at this. We're left with about 5 vampire warriors. So one of the things I'm doing as I'm playing the game and trying to learn it and get into it is understand the strength of each unit. You know, which units are the go-to. I really don't know how good the vampire mage was, or the vampire noble even. The vampire brute seems strong, but they can't equip any armor or equipment, so you can't scale them very well outside of the Psalms. But the warriors really seem stout. No, that's a great question. Enon was asking if I lost my Necromancer. If you lose the Necromancer, if you lose your Keeper, you lose the game. It's permadeath roguelike style. So the Keeper was left back at the base. But also, I'll show you. Let's go back home. The Keeper is unfortunately, I don't know if it's just virtue of his necromancy, but he is vulnerable to sunlight. So if the Keeper is outside during the daytime, he instantly dies. So I don't take him with me because that's too risky. Now, I could position him with a unit that emitted darkness, but, you know, that seems dubious. And the other thing is, I wanted the Keeper and some other units to stay behind just in case our base was attacked while we were out on our raiding party, okay? Now, wait a minute. There's no pillage? Oh, no, yes, there will be. Exit control mode. Yes, look at this. Uh-oh. 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 Alright, so we triggered the lizard men as a main villain by aggression. So I don't know if this is because... I don't know what... First of all, I don't know what triggered means for lizard men. I mean, I know what triggered means for human beings, and that's generally bad. But, I think because maybe I attacked the neighboring community of elves that maybe he was allied with, he hates me now that I did that, or because I killed enough bosses that he has become aggroed by what I'm doing. I'm not sure, but this guy might, because he's triggered, he might be coming after me. So if I think I should anticipate him coming to attack. So now we at least get some warning. And that, like I said, I haven't really made it that far in this game, so I didn't know what the, quote, warning was for when you were going to be attacked. So I've always left some units behind. I mean, mostly just the ones that were vulnerable to sunlight. But here's the deal. From what I understand, they're going to come attack me, and what I want is a big room to do the battle in. So I kind of want to lure them in and lead them to a big fight room. And it might be like this room, although it's not very big, okay? Or I could build a chamber out here to fight them in. But I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how that goes. Here's my eyeball. It did get built, and so this eyeball provides line of sight, or it, like, removes fog of war. So I'm going to build some more eyeballs so I know better where bad guys are. Now, I'm going to... This is a great question. So Enon is asking about auto loot. Check this out. This is a really cool feature of this game. You see here on the bottom panel where it says villains? If I click the elves, okay, it opens up this giant window, all right? And this is called the pillage window. Once you have completely defeated the leader of a tribe, you get this pillage window, and all you have to do is click this choose all button, and all of the loot from their area transports back to your base. So it's super convenient. So, like, look what we're about to get here. First of all, we get all of the corpses of what we lost. And we get the obscene limerick. The obscene limerick is coming back to us. Okay, so that's massive. We get a haiku. Oh my god. They had 753 gold. No, Enon, yeah, exactly. They don't have to go back out there. It's like you use magic or something to instantly teleport it back. It is super awesome. No units have to go out. You just click it and boom, you've got it. It's so cool. Now, look at all these corpses we're about to get. So we're about to get a whole bunch of corpses, okay? We're going to get 10 plus 9 elven swords, which is a huge improvement for us. So awesome. We're going to get some enhancements for, you know, we can give plus damage, but make the wielder of this weapon insane if we wanted. We could give plus spell damage. This is just fantastic. So what I'm going to do is click choose all. Now watch this. We just went up to 31 corpses and 1,000 money, okay? Now that is tremendous, but you know what else is tremendous? I have never done this before. I could finally afford the phylactery, okay? So now we can build a phylactery, which is real undead magic. We can, like, become a lich, basically, and we will build this in our base and protect it, but now I can take my leader with us on missions and not care if the leader dies, because I believe they get respawned at the phylactery, right? So that's super sweet. Now, I'm going to actually build the phylactery, like, downstairs somewhere, so that it's hard for them to get to it. I've never done this, so I don't know, like, what the right idea is for it, but I'm going to build it, like, right here in this awesome room, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say structure, and I'm going to build a stone wall right there. Okay, and we'll build doors on either side of it, like Dwarf Fortress style. And I'm going to do it again up here. I'm going to go structure, stone wall up here, so that we have a little bit of a chamber to fight if we have to protect the phylactery. Okay, I'm going to unpause it. Now watch this. Now we can also pillage the hydras, okay? So we're getting all these body parts, we're getting magical mushrooms, and we're getting 7 hydra heads. All right, we're up to 33 bodies. I'm going to pillage the humans. We get a bunch of wood, which is great. God, this is so brutal. But we're going to click pillage. We're up to 39 corpses. So many good weapons that we're getting. More money, more corpses, bows. Oh, man. Now we're rolling. We have 58 corpses. Holy smokes. So, I'm going to go up. Okay. Now, I know that the Vampire Noble, I took it into battle and it wasn't great. But I got to tell you what. One thing, I'm going to unpause it, that the Vampire Noble can do is the Vampire Noble can animate corpses. So, a cool feature... Oh, we can pillage the lumber there. A cool feature of the Vampire Noble is that it can work over here at the morgue and make us corpses. Now, look what we can make. We can't make a Skeleton King, a Slasher, a Juggernaut, or a Zombie King yet because we need Master Necromancy. But look at this. We leveled up, okay? Oh my god, we leveled up 3 times. Heck yeah. Okay, so when you level up in this game, you get to pick, like, basically a technology or a skill that your character gains. And so we're going to get archery, okay? So we can train archers. Then we can go to Master Necromancy, so we can build some of the bigger units if we want, okay? Which I do. And then we can go either Master Embalming, two-handed weapons, or Advanced Sorcery, okay? And I got to think about this. These would be like ridiculous, the most powerful basalms for bodies. So we could make defense boost when in territory, damage boost against dwarves. Like, this is specific anti-hate stuff if we wanted it, okay? I'm actually going to go with Advanced Sorcery right now, and we'll get everything at some point, I assume. But, ooh, we can make magical weapons. Heck yeah. So that's great. So now we have the technology to be able to do some pretty tremendous stuff, okay? So I'm going to go to the morgue, all right? And look at this. You see the Zombie King right here? It says upgradable with up to 199 body parts, okay? So all of those body parts that we were getting, that we have just lying around, okay, we could add on here. I mean, the Skeleton King is the same way, all right? So let's say I wanted to make the Zombie King, right? If I wanted to upgrade it with body parts, look at this list that comes up. I have like a vulture head. I have a deer skull. I have an elf lord skull. You know, I have an elf child bone. I have a hydra skull. All of this stuff I could put on here. Now, I don't have 200 yet, so I'm going to save up. I'm not going to build this until I can pimp it out completely and make the best Zombie King imaginable. But what I can make right away is like this Slasher, for example. Just try it out. Look at this. Or this Juggernaut, right? I mean, these things look super stout. I'm going to make one of each. I've never made it. I'll make a Vampire Noble. Actually, I'm going to... let me make the Vampire Noble first so he can start working on things. And we're going to upgrade him with Permanent Darkness. Oh, no, he doesn't need that. We're just going to make him like that. That's fine. And then we're going to make a Slasher and a Juggernaut. Okay, now we're down to 40 corpses. What else do we want?